How's everybody doing? It's Jamie here with Get Some Outdoors. Today I'm going to teach you guys how to set your pole up to catfish with. Alright, there are several different ways you can set your line up to fish off the bottom. I'm going to show you my two favorite ways. It's going to be either with the butterfly directly on my line or with a slider. But on both of them, you want to use some kind of bump stop. You can buy these little rubber deals at Walmart, or you can just get you some plastic beads. If some of you got kids and your kids like making bracelets and stuff, just grab you a handful of beads. It does the same, just something to protect that knot. I'm using 30-pound monofilament to show you. I chose green so you can see it. First I'm going to show you if I was using the butterfly. I stick that on there, and most of the time when I'm using the butterfly, I'll use this rubber knot because it's a little heavier than this plastic slider that comes on that. Do that, and then you can either pick just a barrel, a swivel barrel, or a swivel barrel with the clasp on it. Your preference. A lot of times I use with the clasp, that way if my leader line gets hung on something, this line breaks and I still have all my hardware. Alright, so that's one way I do it. Then the other way, you just put your slider on there, you put your, I call it my bump stop, but it's a knot protector, and I'm going to use the clasp, the one with the clasp today. But I use a Palomar knot right here. Pull you out a little bit. You double it over. Make sure you got enough to make the loops with. I just take it and I run this loop right here back through the eye of the barrel, not the clasp, but the eye on the barrel. And you just do it like you're going to do an overhand knot, but don't tighten it down just yet, because you want to take that swivel and go back through that loop, and you tighten it down. And always lubricate your line. Just lick it a time or two, you'll be alright. Just pull it down tight, and there it is. Then you just clip this excess off. You don't have to clip it right at the knot. Some people like it, but catfish are not line shy, so I normally leave about a 1/4 inch on there. You know, you don't have to cut it real close to it. Well, that's my main line. I got my slider on there. I got my slider. Then I just take my weight. I just clip my weight on there. See how that knot protects it? It keeps your weight from hitting your knot. Okay. Then to make my leader, I normally pull off about 18 inches. I hold it in my hand like this, and I run it up to my shoulder. But first on it, I'm either going to use, I prefer the circle hook, offset, your hook comes up and it kicks out a little bit. And the difference between a circle hook and a J hook, I don't know if you can see it, but the circle hook it comes around like it's fixed to make a circle, to where a J hook, it comes up and it just stops right there. I don't know why my camera's not focusing, but that's the difference. I use this right here if I'm in a pinch and don't have no circle hooks, but when I buy hooks, I always make sure they have an offset, because when a catfish comes, it's gonna come up, it's gonna grab that bait, and it's gonna turn its head, and that offset just helps set the hook. Another thing I use to help set the hook while I'm got several poles out, that way I'm not having to watch my poles, is I do a snail. I'll go through the eye of the hook, through the front, stick it through, I leave me a little bit of tag in. And this is the no knot snail. And I wrap it 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Your wraps prefer on you. I wrap mine 8 times. And then I take the other end of my leader and I go through the back of the hook. Through the back of it. And pull it. And I tighten it down. That's called the no knot snail hook. And then I just clip the tag in off. Like so. And the reason I like that knot when I'm catfishing is because it's a self-setting knot. See how the line's coming out of the front of the hook? Is when that fish gets it and he pulls on that hook and my line gets tight. See how the hook sets itself? Let's try it this way, see if you can see it. See how the hook went up on its own? It's kind of hard to see it. There we go. There it is. But that's called the no knot snail. Alright, now I come up here and I just tie me a loop in the end. Nothing special. Like I say, always lubricate your line when you're tying knots, which you don't have to make it that big. You can make it smaller, whatever you prefer. And I clip my tag in off. Like I say, you don't have to get it close. Just clip it off. And then you put it on your clasp like this. And you're done. That is the way I set up, one way I set up my catfish rigs. And that way, if I get hung up on this and I break this, all I have to do is make up another leader line, unhook it, and I'm done. Now, if you was using just a regular swivel barrel to put your leader line on the end, you know, you got your main line coming here, put your leader line on that. Let's see. Show you how to do that. Just do a regular fisherman's knot. Bring it out, twist it around, just running your line like that. Then that loop right there, you want to stick your line back through it and pull it down. Like I say, lubricate your line. And do it just like that. That's the way you would do it if you was using just the barrel swivel. That's the 2 ways I set my poles up to catfish with. If you got any questions or comments, please leave them in the comments below and I'll get back to you. But in the meantime, go ahead and hit that subscribe button, share my videos, and I appreciate your support. Get you some outdoors. I'll be getting back to you.